Hi, this is Walking and Talking Spirituality with Dr. Brian Russell. And this morning I'm out revisiting a theme that I think will be a recurring one. And that's the tension between our own personal ambitions and our need for fulfillment. A couple of weeks ago we talked about that tension between not getting what you want, which creates pain in our lives and a sense of lack, and then on the other side, getting what you want, which sometimes doesn't actually end up feeling fulfilling and in fact can create boredom in our lives. So what's the antidote to that? I think it's finding some compelling goal that you're never going to be able to get to, but learning to enjoy the journey. And I know that's a cliche, but I want you to think about this for a second, because I think this is profoundly important for a deep dive spirituality. Soren Kierkegaard, the great Danish Christian philosopher, theologian, thinker, has a quote. You've probably seen it floating around, but I want to reflect on it for just a couple of minutes because I think it's a critical insight for this. He said you can only live your life moving forward, or life can only be lived moving forward, but it can only be understood looking backwards. And he's capturing that dilemma. So here's the way that I would think about it. As persons who are looking to take a deep dive spirituality into our relationship with God through Jesus Christ, what is that big compelling goal? What is that thing that we have to walk towards? Isn't it really perfection in love? Isn't it becoming the persons that God created us to be and growing in ever more levels of love for God, love for neighbor, and love for self? But at the same time, if you think about it, there's always more ways to grow in love. So the illustration would be, let's say I'm at the beach. We're at the beach and we're looking out at the horizon. We have a surfboard and we're like, you know what? I'm going to paddle out towards the horizon. And you paddle for a while and then you just keep looking and it doesn't seem like you're getting any closer to that. Because isn't it true when we're like moving towards God and we're moving towards greater levels of manifesting God's love in our own lives through the Spirit, what I've noticed is most people actually feel a little farther away. Like I wear glasses, and these are my sunglasses this morning, but it's always interesting. When you wear glasses, you're not always aware of how dirty they are until you take them off and you hold them up to the sun, and then suddenly you can see every little blemish that's there. So when you're pursuing love, it's like paddling to the horizon. It doesn't seem like you're making progress unless you look back. And then you understand it's a journey. Friends, where are you at on that journey? Are you just chasing small goals that end up just don't satisfy you, that don't bring you what you thought they were going to bring if you would achieve them? Or learn to live your life moving forward towards a truly compelling goal, becoming the person that God created you to be for the sake of the world. But don't forget to look back at all the places that God's brought you through. That'll change your life. That'll change your perception of life. And I think that will bring you a little taste of that joy divine while we're walking this wonderful world that God's created. Again, I'm Brian Russell. Thanks for taking a walk with me. Love to hear feedback, questions, thoughts. I'll see you next time.